So these are some things that you can do, in question mark here. So first, let me just show you now. Once you have done this, you can try out this assessment to see how the assessment will appear to the students. Right now, this is still in raw format, but you can try out and see how this will look to the students. I'm generating an EXE in tryout to see how this assessment will behave. Like as we tested the questions in tryout, similarly we can test all of these questions together in an assessment tryout. And so what the system right now is doing is it is generating an EXE. So it is taking time for the students. The EXE is already generated when we publish this assessment. So this doesn't happen for the students. For the students, this loads up immediately. Okay, so you see this is the now you see that these are the instructions that we had given, and the student can see these instructions here. You have to attempt all these questions. You can submit. Another thing to note, and this is the navigator question. Next question, you can have the assessment navigator. He can go to a question directly within a block by using this navigator. If you want, we can add the calculator also to these navigators. If you require the student to use a calculator, we can add the calculator also. The student can increase the font size by clicking this. He can increase the block font size. He can change the contrast if he wants to use this, but sometimes there are students who have visual challenges. They can use both of these features. Okay, so I will start the assessment. If you remember, in the first block we had given 3 questions, so you see 3 are appearing. So I will just go to the next question. First question: which of the following are outdoor sports? I will say snooker and let's say kind of cricket and football. I can go to the introduction text. I can go to the previous question. I can go to the next question. Now, what question mark allows is, if you want us as a university to do that, and this is part of our support, you don't want the student to go back to the previous question, we can do that as part of the templates. If you want that this next button should appear to the student only after he has attempted this exam, we can do that. He will not see the next question button till the time he has attempted the question. And let's say there's a submit button here. If you want us to want this button to appear only after the student has attempted all the questions, that can also be done in these templates. And right, we'll see this. Okay, so I will go to the next question. What is the other name for Saudi Arabia? I will say ASA. Then I will go to the next question. Please select the disease based on the symptoms. I will say flu. Okay, now I have to submit. First block is finished. You see, it is block 1 of 2. Right now the timer is not running. When the exam is presented to the student in tryout, the timer does not run. This will keep on changing. The time left for him, time remaining, will keep on reducing for the student. Now I have to submit this block. Once I submit this block, I will not be able to come back to this block. Till the time I am in this block, I can submit. I can do all of these things. I can also flag this question. If I flag this question, see the flag is appearing. Okay, I will submit this now. I come to the next block and I try to do a direct submit. What happens? It is asking me some questions are not answered. Do you want to submit now? If I say okay, then I will be able to submit. If I will be able to submit, then I will fail in this examination. What we can do is, by slight change in the template, we can also force the student to not be able to submit if he has not attempted all the questions, whether right or wrong. We will force him to attempt all the questions, and only then he can submit the assessment. Otherwise, he will not be able to submit the assessment. So what I will do is, I will say okay. I will submit now. So, sorry, you have failed. You will be directed to a URL where you will find material that you should study. So, if it was the exam was presented to the student, After this, he would be taken to that particular URL. Let me go back again and let me try this out again in a different format. And because I wanted the student to see the feedback, that is why he's seeing this. But when you are creating the exams, please don't select this. Please don't select the feedback in the examination. So in the outcomes, because you don't want the students to get to know their marks then and there. They will go to his grade center. Okay. Again, I will go through assessment navigator. I'll go to the first question. I'll go to the second question. See, I had not randomized these questions, so same questions are appearing every time. I'll submit. I'll go to the other question. I will say submit. So he's got 9 out of 9, 100% marks he's got. So I can do these things.